Even before they came out, these films were already stirring up plenty of drama.
Benjamin, would you mind if, time to time, I stopped by and said hello?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hyped drama movies. For this list, we're taking a look at dramatic movies from the 90s onward that garnered lots of hype through intense marketing and sheer anticipation.
Say I did stay. What would happen?
Whether the film ended up being good or bad doesn't matter, as long as the publicity preceding it had everybody pumped up. This is part of a series of videos focusing on the most hyped movies from various genres.
Who knows better than I?
Number 10, Les Miserables.
10 francs may save my poor corset.
After spending over 2 decades in development hell, a big screen adaptation of Les Miserables finally got off the ground with Oscar-winning director Tom Hooper behind the camera.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living.
And Broadway fans and mainstream moviegoers alike got especially excited when Hugh Jackman was cast as Jean Valjean.
Why should I right this wrong when I have come so far and struggled for so long?
The film's selling point was a first-look video via Facebook depicting the A-list cast singing live on set rather than pre-recording their voices. This made Les Miserables look like it was not only going to be an extravagant musical, but a deeply moving and personal one too.
There was no ransom to be paid.
Number 9, Gangs of New York.
That's close enough.
Martin Scorsese has been one of our finest directors since the 1970s. Many predicted that Gangs of New York would be his crowning cinematic achievement.
I'm New York. Don't you never come in here empty-handed again.
Costing roughly $100 million to make, this period piece looked like a sweeping epic from Hollywood's golden age, with Scorsese's trademark grit sprinkled in.
But his dead rabbits is done and outlawed.
Plus, how could the film go wrong with Daniel Day-Lewis and Leonardo DiCaprio starring?
We need to tenderize this meat a little bit.
Numerous award analysts believed Scorsese was destined to take home his first Best Director Oscar.
Whoopsie daisy!
He'd have to wait a couple more years for that honor, though.
You get to know a lot butchering meat. We're made up of the same things: flesh and blood, tissue, organs. I love to work with pigs.
Number 8, Twilight.
I don't care.
Although Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson weren't huge celebrities at the time, they became overnight household names after landing the leading roles in Twilight.
What does that mean?
Even without established superstars or a massive budget, this screen adaptation of Stephenie Meyer's novel pretty much sold itself.
I don't believe that.
Leading up to its release, you couldn't get through a school day without encountering at least one fellow student with their nose stuck in a Twilight book.
They're all very welcoming.
If you didn't read the relentlessly popular bestseller, chances are your girlfriend or a hot single mom would drag you to the theater anyway. Number 7, Ray.
I might be blind, but I ain't stupid.
Only 4 months before this biographical film was released, Ray Charles died at the age of 73.
Ray Charles, who's he?
With him gone, it seemed like the world had become a little less soulful. When Ray premiered at the 2004 Toronto International Film Festival, though, many people felt like the genius of soul had been brought back to life.
You know, Fathead, it ain't never the last song.
Earning critical acclaim, Ray became an early favorite at the dawn of award season.
I'm trying to do something that ain't nobody ever done in music and business.
The buzz surrounding Jamie Foxx's spot-on portrayal particularly proved unstoppable, resulting in him winning an Oscar for Best Actor.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. What you say?
Hey Ray, it's Sam.
Number 6, Schindler's List.
The list is an absolute good. The list is life.
There are only a handful of movies from the past 25 years that were immediately considered among the all-time greats.
Why did I keep the car? 10 people right there.
Schindler's List is one of these instant masterpieces. People knew this adaptation of Thomas Keneally's horrifying novel about the Holocaust would amount to something special with director Steven Spielberg involved. Critical response suggested Schindler's List was every bit as tragic, inspiring, and important as the hype built it up to be.
Someday, this is all going to end, you know.
With even President Clinton praising it, this was a film that everybody felt like they had to see.
I could have gone one more person, and I didn't. I didn't.
Number 5. The Great Gatsby.
I'm Gatsby.
Up until this adaptation from Baz Luhrmann, a lot of younger people typically thought of The Great Gatsby as that book our English teacher made us read.
Well, look, Heroes. Well, you don't make much money, do you?
The film's trailer, however, made this interpretation look like a big, elegant party, with a modern soundtrack, outfits that inspired a line at Brooks Brothers, and jewelry that inspired a line at Tiffany's.
May I have this dance? Oh, you penniless panty waste.
The all-star cast additionally drew mainstream audiences in. At one point, people even thought Leonardo DiCaprio might get an Oscar nomination.
It's got to keep going up.
Of course, they also said that about J. Edgar.
You go ahead and investigate those cocksuckers.
Number 4. Pearl Harbor.
The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by the Empire of Japan.
Aside from being inspired by an iconic tragedy, Pearl Harbor gained a fair deal of hype since it came out only a few years after another love story/disaster movie. We'll get to that film later, though. Given the convincing effects, brutal imagery, and haunting voiceover represented in the trailer, audiences thought this would be another grand epic.
All right, boys, let's knock their clocks off.
On top of that, Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer previously packed movie theaters with Armageddon. Like that blockbuster, Pearl Harbor won the box office battle, but lost the war with critics. Number 3. The Social Network.
These girls. Right or left? Left is hot.
Social networking has undeniably changed the way studios and audiences build interest for upcoming movies.
If you guys were the inventors of Facebook, you'd have invented Facebook.
As a result, it's natural that a movie based on Facebook's genesis would become one of the 21st century's most hyped dramas.
Relationship status. Interested in. This is what drives life in college. Are you having sex or aren't you? It's why people take certain classes and sit where they sit.
Anybody with internet service had a Facebook account by 2010. Yet, not everybody knew about the enemies creator Mark Zuckerberg made on his way to getting 500 million friends and billions of dollars.
Because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
The ads for The Social Network gave audiences a taste of this fascinating story, leaving us twittering with anticipation.
Drop the. Just Facebook. It's clean.
Number 2. 50 Shades of Grey.
Mr. Grey will see you now.
With its trailer raking in more views on YouTube than any other movie preview in 2014, 50 Shades of Grey was the talk of the town for months.
He was polite, intense, smart, really intimidating.
However, everybody was talking about the eagerly awaited adaptation for different reasons.
You should steer clear of me.
Some wanted to know how hot it would be, others wanted to know how shocking it'd be, and the rest wanted to know how stupid it would be.
I'm incapable of leaving you alone.
Then don't.
With curiosity being the focal point of the marketing campaign, it appeared the whole world wanted a meeting with Mr. Grey. Before we build up our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I'm Cecil Gaines. I'm a new buddy. Yes.
Speaking of elephants, there is a rogue elephant on the loose in the area. He was with Carnival.
He fixed us. Every one of us.
Hello.
I'm Johnny Cash.
Number 1. Titanic.
I'm the king of the world!
Much of the initial hype regarding Titanic concerned whether James Cameron would ever complete the film.
I'm Jack Dawson.
What else do we pick here?
There had been several production delays, the budget skyrocketed to $200 million, and the film's release was pushed from July to December.
I'm flying! Jack!
When the astounding trailer came out, however, it became clear that Cameron was putting his time and money to great use.
Iceberg, right ahead!
Thank you.
Positive media coverage and word of mouth helped the film open at number 1 at the box office and hold on to that spot for 15 consecutive weeks in North America, becoming the highest-grossing movie of its time.
Never let go.
I will never let go, Jack.
Do you agree with our list? What dramas were you psyched to see based on all the hype?
The Wolf of Wall Street, they call me. Look.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Sometimes I miss you so much I can hardly stand it.